Okay, ladies and gents, let's talk about Zesco United against Kaizer Chiefs. So it's 1-0 in favor of Kaizer Chiefs, and Kaizer Chiefs get their first 3 points of the Confederations Cup group stages. So, yeah, man. I mean, it was clear from the first minute that the pitch was going to play a huge role in the game because the pitch was sort of creating 50-50 situations where there was no need to be there was no need for a 50-50 situation. You pass the ball, it becomes too short, becomes like a hospital pass. Now your teammate has to run to the ball and try to fight for the ball that was intended for them in the first place, which sort of became sort of the order of the day, right? Became a thing where players would struggle to get their passes right because the ball was just not moving on the pitch. So the pitch affected the passing, the distribution because the pitch was also the grass was also that long that the ball sort of sunk into the grass, making it even also harder to sort of play a lofted pass or play a free kick. You've seen a few free kicks that sort of either didn't go high enough. Even the free kick, the corner that Chiefs scored from, I doubt they planned it to bounce in front of everyone before it reached Silver. I doubt that was the game plan. So it just happened to drop before time because the person playing the cross couldn't lift it up high enough because of the grass. So anyway, I feel it's hard to find positives or negatives in terms of performance because of that. The only thing I would say is uh, our coaches need to watch the game holistically. You know, they need to watch the game holistically. I feel like both sets of coaches, perhaps failed their players because uh, it's actually not both sets of coaches. Because if I remember very well, Zesco did improve in the second half, especially towards the latter stage of the game, because they sort of did something that Chiefs should have done as well. They started getting closer to one another, making it easier for them to pass the ball around. And that also made them nullify the midfield of Kaiser Chiefs because they will sort of congregate in that midfield and make it a little bit harder for Chiefs. If every time Chiefs wins the ball, they immediately give it away because there's no channel to pass it to. As soon as you release the pass, it gets held up in the grass and they pick it up. But for them, it's easier because the person who's receiving is closer to the person passing the ball, and then they start moving that way. So the only problem is every time they would want to lift it up, play a diagonal high pass to the on rushing player, sort of like a lofted uh, through ball. And every time they do that, it either comes short or it goes out of play, or it creates a 50-50 situation where they sort of lose it. But that situation that they created, sort of like being closer to one another in that midfield, sort of gave them an advantage and won them the battle in that midfield. And their uh, inability to cross the ball into the box also sort of nullified all the work they're doing in midfield because they get the balls into the channels, but they cannot cross it into the box. And they are always trying to cross it into the box, which when you have it when you have tall and strong strikers, you are encouraged to do, but it wouldn't work because you first have to dig the ball out of the ground and lift it up and also be accurate at the same time, which hardly ever works. Imagine playing football in a puddle of water, in a puddle of rain. You are not going to be able to cross it properly in that situation. That happened a lot for Zesco. It happened a lot. It didn't happen much for Chiefs because Chiefs wasn't even getting in those situations as often as they would have wanted, as often as they would have wanted to. So they were sort of struggling with that. So Chiefs played the same way from the beginning of the game up until the end. Even the substitutes when they came did not actually make any difference because they were playing the same way, and their obstacle was the actual pitch they're playing on. And they couldn't see it. I don't know if they couldn't see it or they saw it, ignored it because they were winning. You never know. Perhaps that was the strategy. But anyway, first 3 points of the Confederations group stages. And yeah, uh, we'll see how it goes. That means it gives them hope that they can still qualify out of the group stages, but it's still a tough task ahead. So we'll wait for other games to play, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and if you like this content, please like it, leave a comment, say I like this content in the comment section below. I know I have only only 118 people on this channel, probably get 2 views or 3 views for this video, but it doesn't matter. What matters is if you are watching and you are part of the 2 people who are going to be watching this video and you like it, happen to like it, please like it, show other people that it's liked, so we can grow together. Anyway, peace. See you in the next one.